I just texted him. He said
Yeah.
he was like, "We're ready when you are." It's like we're here.
He said that. Ready when you are?
You can't be more ready than we are right now.
Okay, I'm ready. Well, yeah, we
Like,
sent you
prove it. Yeah.
we sent you to prove it. We're on, so I figured
Like,
we're more ready than you.
that's what I'm saying, bro. You can't be more ready than this. This is the maximum level of being ready.
That's pretty funny.
This is it. But yeah, so all right. Well, anyway, all right. For the viewers, right? We were discussing greatest living, the conversation of greatest living actor, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Daniel Day-Lewis in the mix. Talked about Denzel, Monotone, Luke O'Gwyn,
Oh
the
yeah,
greatest living actor.
Ethan Hawke. I mean, I'll tell you what.
Give
The
me a
guy.
roll right now. Give me a roll. Come on, off
All
the
right,
top,
all
off
right.
the top.
Okay. Let's improv style. California surfer buying a cat's pastrami sandwich in New York City.
Whoa.
First of all, you don't even know what Cats is.
I'm not really sure what to order here. Hold on.
He's already doing it.
Yeah.
Sir, there's quite the line behind you here.
Yeah, that wouldn't even happen. He wouldn't have that much time. Okay, you next.
Dude, hold
Okay,
on,
you next.
sir. I'm just trying to order, man.
Okay, sir, you out of the way. You next.
Okay. You know what? I'll just have pastrami.
Okay,
brother.
sir, you next. You go next door.
Please, pastrami, brother, please. I'm not gonna leave until I get the pastrami, man. I'm hungry. I'm starving.
I'm hungry. That was good, Luke. Greatest living actor.
Greatest living actor. Live performance for free, by the way.
Confirmed. Whoa, yeah. Look, we'll get the
free.
invoice later. We'll get the invoice later.
Yeah, we'll get you your actor's equity card. It'll be in the mail.
Your actor's equity card.
Hey, he's performed. That's it. That's all you have to do is have a line in a movie. But it used to be actors' equity is like you couldn't be in the union unless you've been in a movie, but you couldn't get a part in a movie unless you were actors' equity. So it's kind of like Catch-22, you know?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, how does that work?
How does this work exactly? So you get cast and then you get into, you get into actors' equity somehow. But anyway, I don't know how that's going these days with the strike. But you know who impressed me? I mean, and I've always liked Colin Farrell, but Banshees of Inisherin, he was fucking phenomenal in that.
You really love that movie.
I really do. I thought it was fantastic. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know Daniel Day, but it's so weird with Daniel Day-Lewis. He kind of, I'm retired. Oh, I'll come do this movie about so and so. Oh, I'm retired.
That doesn't make him a bad actor, though.
No, I know, but it's
if I was an actor, that's what I would do. I'd have like one role that I really liked, and I'd be like, I'm retiring, and then someone would give me like a actually good role, and I'd be like, yeah, you know what, maybe I'm not retiring.
He's in a good movie. One of his best unknown movies is The Unbearable Lightness of Being.
Oh, it's like I've seen Lincoln, Dad. Like
Lincoln, I didn't like it.
Movie fucking sucked, man.
I really did, but anyway. What's the other? Age of Innocence is a good movie. A nice Martin Scorsese period piece.
I haven't seen that one.
With who's the gal from Beetlejuice and
Winona Ryder?
Yeah, Winona Ryder's in there.
Yeah. And, whoa, nice.
And who else is in that? I can't think of her. She's a 90s actress, but yeah, it's a good period piece and it's a really interesting story. It's but like I said, Martin Scorsese is kind of a deviation. It takes place in the turn of the century, I think, or maybe late 1800s. But it's about the new upper crust of New York and how they're figuring things out and the dynamics of what you can and can't do. And it's pretty. It's unlike that movie I really did not like, which was Gangs of New York. This was a very interesting take on the early New York. So,
dude, no, Gangs of New York. All right, I'll give it to you. Cameron Diaz is struggling, bro. But dude, come on, that's a good movie.
The only thing good about that was Daniel Day-Lewis.
And that made it good. I'm not saying it's great. I'm saying that it's good, dude. You know what I
Leonardo
mean?
DiCaprio sucked in that movie.
If you get a spicy chicken sandwich from McDonald's, it's not great, but it's good. Like it's still good. When was the last time you had a spicy chicken, dude?
I
From
didn't
McDonald's?
I didn't know McDonald's had spicy chicken sandwiches.
Dude,
I would
it's
say
a
that like
sleep-
Chick-fil-A. I would
sleeper.
say so. I would say like Chick-fil-A is like yeah.
They
It's
used to be part of their dollar menu, didn't they? The little spicy
Yeah,
chicken sandwiches, little ones.
spicy chicken.
Yeah.
This is the McChicken, the spicy McChicken.
McChicken.
The McChicken. You can't. They legally can't call it chicken. They have to put the Mick in front of it.
Hey,
yeah,
and here's a movie that I know you guys haven't seen is After Hours. It's with it's a Martin Scorsese movie.
I've seen that movie.
Have
I'm
you?
watching it right. I'm watching it right
I
now. No,
love
I'm
that
joking. I haven't
movie.
seen it.
That's one of his most underrated, Martin Scorsese's most underrated movies. Basically, it's a guy in New York just trying to get home after work, and ends up going. Oh, it's all the crap that he goes through just to get home. But anyway,
you got schmutz on his shirt.
Anyway, who else? I mean, like I say, Denzel, he's had some good performances, but I think for me, his performances
Like
pretty much. He's kind of like that John Wayne, where he plays the same kind of character every time, but
yeah.
it's in different lines and different roles, different
Right.
costumes.
It's a different flavor.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
it's a
what's the
different
difference
flavor,
between Creasy in Man on Fire and all the Equalizer characters? Pretty much the same character, right?
The
Just trying
same
to get
character.
revenge.
It's the same character. Like, I have pocket favorite actors that I think are amazing actors, right? But that I wouldn't consider as like the greatest living actor. Like David Hyde Pierce is an amazing actor. Like,
Really?
he was-
I haven't
he
seen
was
any.
not. Outside of being Nile, he does a great job in every little thing that he's in. But I wouldn't say
really-
that makes him the greatest.
I really think Jesse Plemons is like a wonderful actor. I think he's like in my top 5.
Jesse Clemens.
Plemons, Gesse space P Lemons.
P. Lemon.
You know this guy.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesse
Dude,
Plemons.
yeah. Yeah. Have you seen? I'm thinking of ending, or it's like it's like that multiverse movie that he's in.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking of ending it, or I'm thinking of ending things, or something like that. Yeah.
That poor guy
I'm-
was in that horror movie, Dog Mountain or something.
Not Dog Mountain.
What was it? The Power of the Dog or something.
I thought
yeah,
it
he
was supposed to be
was in
good.
The Power of the Dog was horrible. Horrible.
I thought it was supposed to be good.
Yes, he was. He's. I haven't seen him in anything other than The Power of the Dog, and the Breaking Bad. So I don't have a whole lot of performances on which to judge him. But he has been in Killers of the Flower Moon.
That's not even out yet. I don't think.
Well, that says 2023. I don't know what to tell you.
I think it's
Jungle
it's
Cruise.
still-
That's a winner.
Still
He
TBA.
was in The Black Messiah.
Shit comes out in a month.
I'm thinking of Ending Things. Snow Globe. A Breaking Bad story. Oh shit.
Mm.
Oh, he's an Irishman. What was he in The Irishman?
He was an Irish man.
Oh, he must have been.
Clearly.
Anyway, yeah. Well, I'll look for him in other films as they come up. But
I'm really excited for this Killers of the Flower Moon movie.
Yeah, should be good.
Yeah, it should be good.
you guys, should,
So what do you
after
get? Speaking on what we think about movies,
yes.
what do we think about this week's film?
Oh man.
Let's hear it. Let's.
All right, hang on.
You're
Hang on. Dad, can we get the banner, please? And then maybe we should introduce what we're
man.
talking about. 'cause
Okay,
haven't
here we go.
recorded in like a month and a half.
Here we
I
go.
guarantee you, I can dissect all of your qualms with this movie and completely absolve them. I promise you.
Go ahead, Couscous. Please, you start.
What do you call it? Okay. I went to see this movie, paid for it 2 times.
Oh my god.
2 times. The first time,
Damn.
I had a belligerent amount of edibles, and I fell asleep like 15 to 20 minutes in,
Best
right?
thing could have happened.
And I was just like, oh, nah, dude, like, give this another shot, right? You know, friend of mine was like, nah, dude, it's a good movie. Like, go check it out, right? You know, that friend's a dental hygienist, and now I kind of know why. Because we went again and no edibles, right?
Yeah.
Blind, stinking sober, fell asleep fucking 30 minutes in.
You just need more sleep. That's what I'm getting out of this. You just need more sleep.
Bro, don't make me pull the fucking stats up, dude. My REM cycle is like fucking flawless, dude.
You need more sleep.
No way, bro.
Uh,
No,
I-
How many? You didn't fall asleep during the Winslow Boy?
No, he was
Nah.
wide awake for that.
But I'd taken a bunch of reds before that, so
He was.
Liar.
It was one of those situations where it's like, if Daddy suggested it, it's got to get better.
it's got to get better, man.
just
It's
got-
got to get.
And then
Oh
your
my
in your
God.
favorite.
It
brother.
happened with Brazil. It has to happen here.
Oh, okay. I see where they're going with this crazy movie. I just
What do you-
so here's the thing. Here's my take on this Avatar: The Way of Water. Is to me it's not lazy filmmaking. It's lazy storytelling. So you're gonna have this whole thing. It's kind of like, oh, well, they can come back as the Avatar creatures.
The avatars.
Yeah, the avatars, and it's to me, it's kind of like if the bad guy can come back all the time, doesn't matter, then it's kind of like that whole when somebody goes back in time. Well, we can just do whatever we want. Now they can do whatever we want because they can make anybody into these avatars. It's like, give me a different bad guy. Give me a different reason to want to get involved in this movie, not the same vengeful person that they went through the first time. It's kind of like it's like the criticism they gave on the first Star Wars, where it's like, oh well, here we go, the Death Star again. They blew up the Death Star again. Give me something.
Star Wars Episode 1.
No, Episode 3 or Episode 6.
I'm just joking, Dad.
But it's that whole thing. It's like, okay, it's the same thing. They're going to kill the Death Star. You know, it's like they're fighting the same people.
Do you
What's
know
the
what
point?
world building is, brother?
World building.
I will say I do like the universe they created, right? Like I love a mech, right? I like a mech. So this had it, you know.
But here's,
Also,
oh, go ahead.
I would fuck one of the blue Avatar people, like for sure.
I mean,
So much for the family hour.
What? When has that ever been a concern?
Never.
Even when we were kids. When was that
Never.
a-
Never. Here's the other thing. It's like, where were these water people in the first one?
bro, what do you mean on a different part of an entire planet? Where are Chinese people? I don't know.
I don't know.
Where are
There's no way
Chinese
of-
people?
But
There's no
I
way
guess-
they're
There's no
not
way-
here.
There would be no way of knowing.
But I just don't get it. Why weren't they being attacked? Why
Bro,
weren't they a
I
problem?
can literally show
maybe they
you a
were.
scene. I could probably go find the scene where they show the water people in the first one.
What? That's the thing?
Yes.
I don't.
There
think
is 100% a scene where homeboy Jake Sully is flying around as Taruk Maktal grabbing all the clans. He's like, I've gone to the water clans. I've gone to the mountain clans.
So
Whatever.
is there going to be a
Maybe-
third one with the mountain
Oh
clans?
my God! There's going to be all kinds. There's
I don't
supposed
know.
to be like a
It's supposed to be-
5-part
it's-
series
yeah, it's
now.
5 parts. Yeah.
It's worse than
And
the
what-
Star Wars series.
Dude, I just want-
I'll be dead.
I want
before
everyone to
Last of
know
Us.
that Louis A. Landa was literally jizzing in the theater at the first Avatar. Literally jizzing. He came out, his pants were soaked.
He was coming. He couldn't. I remember him hysterically coming during the first Avatar. I can't. How could a son forget?
He was like, "It's such a wonderful work of art," and then he he hears enough internet chit chatter from a bunch of haters, and he's like, "You know, Avatar's overrated, bro. It's just Fern Gully."
Anyway, And getting back to this one,
Do you deny that? Do you deny
I
that?
do
Hold on.
deny that, of course.
No, you don't. You can't because you're lying.
But here's the like I said, it's okay. So it's these little stupid things that it's just I don't like the little handcuff things that they put on them when
Uh-huh.
they're on the boat trying to tie them up.
Uh-huh.
It's like they use the sound effects for like handcuffs, like regular handcuffs, instead of developing a different type of sound to
But-
use for that's what I'm talking about.
They
It's
had it in the
lazy.
library already.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Lazy.
Wait,
lazy
but it
storytelling.
wasn't like a tick 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 noise. It was
I-
like
it was-
it was
it
like
was
a
like
lock. It sounded
it
like
was
a like a
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's not. There was no lock. All they were doing was putting the straps around them. The lock was already in place. So here's the one that really fucking sent me over the edge. Is when Sully and the bad guy were fighting underwater. They're
Mhm.
holding the breath,
Mhm.
and Sully chokes the bad guy out, who's already holding his breath, mind you.
Hold on.
And somehow the
Do
bad
you
guy,
know why people pass out during a sleeper hold?
because they're holding their breath and no oxygen is getting to their brain.
No,
'Cause they're
no.
sleepy.
It's because you're cutting off the freaking blood to the head.
Yes, but you're doing that anyway when you're holding your breath, boo.
No, because you still store oxygen in your lungs, fool. I thought you know this. You
I
respiratory therapist.
understand, but that's still the same thing. It's not. It would have happened to him too, at that long. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
because
didn't buy that.
you're an Avatar,
Uh,
a Navi anatomy.
It just was goofy.
He's a Navi anthropologist.
It was just
I just
goofy.
don't get how you can suspend your disbelief for seeing alien people, and then you're like, well, actually, these alien people's bodies work the exact same as humans.
It
It'd
just.
be different.
And the thing is that to me, there was no original message. There was no originality to the story. It was rehashing the same. These are the bad guys because they're here to destroy this planet for their own commercial gains. And so they're bad. And
A very relevant story, by the way. Just saying.
Yeah.
it
Or do
is.
you love the British?
I love them.
The Queen is dead, Dad.
Queen
Okay.
is dead.
You
The king.
gotta get
Long
over-
live
you
the
gotta get over
king.
it. Long live the king. Chucky.
Also-
Wait, what's
also-
his name?
Charles.
If you're watching Avatar looking for like a life-changing message, I feel like you're watching the wrong movie.
Hey, I feel like I was watching the wrong movie regardless of the message.
Coming from the guy who had to change his pants after the first one.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
man,
man.
he watched
Oh,
it 3
that was a
times
good
in
one.
theaters. The first one he
Did
watched
you
it 3
really
times.
watch
No.
the first
100
one?
no,
3
100
times?
I did not watch 3
100%.
times.
I put that
That's-
on everything.
That
I
sounds
might have
like
watched.
you did.
I might have watched it twice, but I doubt it.
Might have watched it twice. That
I-
sounds like 3 times to me.
That sounds like 3 times to me.
Luke has got the ticket stubs. A shocking development. Luke is grabbing
Hold
the
on.
ticket stubs as we
All
speak.
these club sodas that Couscous is drinking makes me want to get a club soda. I'll be right back.
Dude, they're good. I get the bubblies with like just a tiny little bit of caffeine in them. They're so good.
Wait, bubblies have caffeine?
You can get ones with caffeine in them.
Wait, that's pretty cool.
They've got like 35 millis, dude. Like, I drank one of those highball energy drinks the other day, and I didn't realize that they have like 250 like milligrams of caffeine. I was juiced, bro. It was fucking like just like
Wired.
fucking grabbing the table. Like, yeah, dude. Like, I felt like I was gonna. Dad, your hair looks good.
Oh, thank you.
It does.
Yeah, it looks nice,
looks
bro.
mine looks really bad. I just woke
No,
up
yours looks nice, dude.
Take my
Right.
mama today.
Are you
Or,
Yeah.
grow up.
Are you growing your hair out, Luke?
Not really. I just don't get it cut every month. I just wait till I don't like the way it looks, and then
And
I
you
cut it
just-
again.
You don't get a
Yeah.
cut every month.
No.
Most people.
That's
get
what
a
I
cut
do
every-
too, man.
Your hair
Are
looks
you-
good. I like that little shaggy look.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. The gal that cuts my hair does a really good job. But cat's out of the bag though, man. Like she keeps well, like, hey, we can hang out after your haircut too. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't don't think so.
No,
Because she's really good at cutting my hair. And what if I what if you go on a date
yeah, dude.
and then
You
you
don't
fuck
wanna-
that up, and then you get and then
That's
the
it.
next haircut, like it's gonna
Done.
be jacked, bro. Like your shit's gonna be jacked.
Hey,
Like
you take your time and wait
It's-
a
it's-
while, and
it's
then
true. You
and
do
then all, you
have
had a
good
shaved
excuse
head before.
to be like,
that's your salute. That's
What?
your
Shave your head?
that's your
Yeah.
advice. Like, yeah, don't worry about it, bro. Take your time. In worst case scenario, you can just shave your fucking head.
You do-
Again.
you do have a good head shape though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you've
no.
shaved your head before.
I have treacherous head shape and like
You
a
do?
and like a brown spot somewhere hiding in here.
Hmm.
What do you mean a
Weird.
brown spot? Like a birthmark or like a mole?
Yeah, like a birthmark.
Tumor.
Well, it might be a mole
A
though.
tumor. That's fucked up, bro.
It's been there since birth.
That's fucked.
I don't know if it's I can't find it, but it's somewhere in there.
I
I've-
really love watching you like kind of like
Yeah, that
piece
was,
through your hair like that.
that was
though,
quite
dude.
entertaining.
You've got nice hair, bro. Like
I
I don't know.
I actually
It's
like
just,
I really like my hair. Very, very
it looks
big.
good. Dude, everybody at the baby shower was like, yeah, look, Luke's hair looks good, bro. Like, it looks nice. Like, they were like, he's got the coiffed, dude. And I was like, he does.
What's his hair routine?
What's his head? Drop the hair routine, bro.
Hot water.
Who does his
Drop the hair routine. It's hot water? You just and what, you just shampoo?
No.
Just
This
just
is-
conditioner, no shampoo.
This is not a plug. This is what I use. Like,
What is it?
Modern
Modern mammals?
so I thought forever, you guys, this was called Modern Manimals. Like I thought it was like a pun. And then I
Modern
saw an
Man-
ad for it, and I was like, "Oh, it's Modern Mammals!" Like, what the fuck? Like,
That's funny.
we call it Modern Mammals, dude. Like, but anyway, so all right, so Luke, so you liked this movie a lot, right?
I do like. Yeah.
And so is it like, are you into Marvel movies?
I have a soft spot for Spider-Man, and that's about it.
Spider-Man is the best superhero, for sure. I love how quippy he is. But like, so for me, there is something about the hyper green screen style of a lot of movies nowadays that just I get immediately checked out, dude. And I think it's like Marvel madness. It's like infected my brain, dude. Because I went and I can't remember what Thor movie it was, and I watched it, and I was like, and I said out loud in the theater, like, that fucking sucked, man. And like, I'm surprised I made it out alive, because you just say something like that to yourself, and then like people are like, what? Like,
What'd you say about my
What'd you-
Chris?
Made it out.
what'd you say? Like, I was like, fuck, dude. Like,
Yeah.
and nerds are strong nowadays. There's like a
Yeah.
bunch of buff nerds now
Yeah.
and shit, man.
Yeah, nerds
Just
got into Dragon Ball, and it was over.
Oh, bro, fuck yeah! Like One Punch Man, dude. They gave him that fucking
Yeah,
workout,
One Punch Man.
and now they're just like, that's all I gotta do. And
Well, I
like,
gotta
it's
be the
like-
strongest.
I did that for a month, and I got pretty ripped, dude.
Thank God you
Like,
didn't go bald.
bro. Thankfully, man. Like, dude, I benched 235 the other day. That's the most I've ever benched.
Dang,
Yeah,
my man.
yeah,
I think the most I've ever done was 225.
dude.
And that's
I
when I was on
shocked.
experimental drugs.
Yeah, the all the experimental drugs to give
Mhm.
you to make you a
Super
super
strength.
soldier
So
in the Navy.
I get what Kukus is saying. It's all this animation, green screen, all this stuff. It's not getting better to where I think it should. To where
Okay.
it's easy for me to say,
First of all-
oh, okay, this is I can buy into this.
This movie looks crazy good. And if
Good
you
enough.
didn't think this movie looks crazy good, it's your TV. And that's it.
It's your TV, Dad. It turns out you didn't like this movie because you're poor.
Oh.
And,
No,
like,
no,
you got a shit
no,
TV.
no.
You
It's
got a
not-
Maybe
shit
I
I'm
should
TV.
go and
I'm
pay
not.
the
I'm not
plan.
trying to be classist. I swear.
You're not trying to be, but you still succeeded. But
But when I
Sorry,
saw
I'm sorry.
when I saw this movie in theaters, I was like, "How does James Cameron do it? He did it again. It looks great." And to be fair, the first one looks good too. Not as good, but like, I don't know. It
I-
looks really good.
I think visually, I agree with you, Luke. I think that this movie looks awesome. Like I think it looks amazing, right? But what gets me is shadows and lighting, right? Like I think that I would rather watch The Irishman if I had to sit down and watch a movie 50 times, right? As like some court appointed punishment, I would watch The Irishman 50 times, right? Because there's shadows and lights in that movie, and they were parts of it where they filmed it outside or in a real building or restaurant with a set and real glasses, and they had to reset things. Like for me, I don't know, like it's and I think it's maybe like a little bit of me wanting to cling on to how things were, right? But I do get a little like old manny to where it's just like movies used to have, like you used to have to build a set, like you know, and all that stuff. And I think that there's a lot of artistry in digital, in all of that stuff. Like I think it's amazing what they're able to do, especially as like a video game fan, you know. Like I don't want a live action video game. Like, you know, and you know, I love Bethesda, but I would love to be out of the Creation Engine too. That's neither here nor there. But
very valid.
Dude, can you imagine if they made Starfield in fucking Unreal 5, dude?
It would be crazy, you know, it'd be crazy.
It'd be nuts, dude. And Dad, we're talking about different video game programming
back to
engines.
movies because I don't know a fucking thing you guys are talking
Is it is it a matter of work to you? Like it sounds like you're like, oh, they didn't put in the work.
It's not about the volume or challenge or principle of it. It's the physical act of the work itself, right? I don't disparage digital creatives by any means. It's just as much work, right? But it's different work. And I feel as our lives move to being online more and more and more, I find a resistance in like my core animalistic self that I'm like, no, I need to hammer a fucking nail or some shit. You know what I mean? Like I was joking with a friend of mine that's in the weed industry, and we're like, dude, you know, you used to go drive and pick up weed, right? And then you drive it around, and then you'd bring it in, and then you'd pop it open and be like, take a fucking whiff of this, motherfucker, like, or whatever, right? You know. And now I put together a thoughtful spreadsheet and email and send it out, and that's how I trap weed. Like, oh my god, you know. And it's like, and just for, you know, for the internet or anyone watching, I sell all my cannabis legally and always have. But you know,
I get what you're
always have.
And I think that's where I think you're kind of in between where I am and where Luke is. And I think it's easier and I was having this conversation with Eliza to where I think you and Luke, the two of you guys being so into video games, that environment is easy for you guys to accept. Where Eliza and I were like, there's got to be something bigger compelling me to watch, something that is so much green screen and CGI and that kind of thing. And for me, there wasn't that hook that engaged me enough. Yes, Toy Story engaged me because I had never seen anything like that. And if you look at the humans in those in that, they were horrific. But if you looked at the toys and how that was like, oh my god, how are they doing this?
Well, it was just like what blows my mind about Pixar, right? And I think this ties into what my original point was. Is like they had to render every little speck of dust and every little ripple in a fabric. Like I watched this documentary about Pixar, and they said the hardest thing that they ever had to render and make in any of their films is in the first Incredibles. Mrs. Incredible grabs a trash bag and throws it away, and rendering that trash bag to be realistic was harder than anything that they've ever had to do.
I could tell you exactly why too.
How come?
It's because when you're like making the material properties for plastic, it's like a weak material, and it's super thin, right? And so you get a lot of like weird angles if you don't do it right, and it like and like the trash will just clip out. So you would just see like stuff coming out of the bag,
Right, dude.
basically phasing through it. And I imagine that was pretty hard.
That's crazy, man. Yeah. And so, and again, so, but anyway, but my point here, and Dad, I think that maybe you were getting towards this a little bit, is that like the scale of the emotion that the actions of the creatives like bring out doesn't feel the same. And I'm not saying that it's better or worse, mind you, but I am saying that it feels, it feels different, right? Like I remember when I saw The Holy Mountain, right? And I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie before. It's this weird, trippy, psychedelic movie made by this guy named Alexander Jodorowsky, who's probably a monster. I don't know. I haven't looked into it, but like he's got that look, But it's like this. All the sets are real, like they made them, and it's like all this visual manipulation, or like you want to take like just the original Willy Wonka, right? Like they had to build all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing that as a little kid. Like I felt like I was in that world. Like I like, I would always say like, oh, I could feel like I'm wearing Charlie's fucking shitty sweater, like his like weird shitty depression era sweater. Like I could feel that on my body watching that movie, right? And then when I watch something like, Thor Ragnarok or something like that, like I'm getting the dopamine hits, and the flashes and the stuff, and I feel the emotions, and I am invested in the characters. But for some reason, like the scale of the accomplishment of what gave me that reward in the pleasure centers of my brain just don't feel like they had to step over the same hurdles. And so for whatever reason, it doesn't feel as fulfilling,
That makes sense. To be fair, in this movie, they developed new technology to like even create it. So
Yeah.
I don't know. The amount of work that went into this movie is actually ridiculous. Like if you look at like any of the behind the scenes, they cooked.
I believe it. I believe you. I mean, once again, it's not. I mean, there's certain aspects of it's not the filmmaking, it's the storytelling. It's the story. I didn't really compare. I really didn't care about the characters. So
You can't relate to being a dad
no.
with
No.
an idiot with an idiot son.
Oh well, now if you're gonna look at it like that.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
But so yeah, I mean, I don't know. And like we were starting down that road about digital, green screen, traditional filmmaking, and I'm still kind of I can still have more appreciation for movies that are made the old-fashioned way, I guess. And it doesn't mean that I can't appreciate films that are made otherwise, but yeah, I think I'm always going to have kind of a.
Here's an exercise I kind of want to do, right? So let's take this movie, right? And let's look at this, like, so have you guys ever seen like you guys know like the hero's journey, right? It's like the story, like the story structure thing that,
Oh yeah, okay,
Star Wars follows and stuff like that, right? All that fun stuff, right? So let's say, let's just take a look at Avatar here, right? And let's just take a look, right?
While you're looking for that,
does it check all the boxes?
While you're looking at that, have you guys ever seen the movie Side by Side? It's a documentary by Keanu Reeves that looks at the growth of both the traditional film industry and the digital film industry, and how those have developed. Really fascinating, actually. But anyway, so what are we doing here?
Here, I'm pulling up the hero's journey. All right, here we go. Can you guys see it? All right, so the call to action, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that was pretty obvious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
refusal of call. Yeah, like that was totally there, right? Like just like no, I'm good. Supernatural aid or mentor, right?
hmm
Who
Checks
was that?
that. It was what's his face?
I thought it was Awa.
Right?
Yes, the
okay.
planet.
Yeah, yeah, right? It
the
would have to be. Who else would it be?
the planet's combined consciousness.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. What's the crossing the threshold though?
Probably going from like knowing, nothing about the water life to knowing the water. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's the known world to the unknown world, right? So that's a pretty
Right.
clear delineation of those two things, right? New allies and enemies. See, this is, I think, where your point was at, right? What depth were they adding for new enemies in this, right? Because we got a lot of new allies, right? But the enemy didn't seem that different. Is that the point that you were making, Dad?
I
I
guess
so here's my thing, right? As you and I know, Atticus, the first season of Attack on Titan does not tell the
yeah.
whole story.
No.
While I will say, I would argue that Attack on Titan as a story is it's my number one story of all time. Number
So
one.
good, dude.
you want to hear something funny? I was thinking about starting to watch that again, but
It's the best story ever told. It's the best
insane.
story ever told.
It's
And I will say
insanely
that
good.
to the day I die, probably,
Yeah.
unless something crazy
better than
like
Jesus.
Yeah, dude. Who would win in a fight, Jesus or Aaron Yeager? That's what I would want to know.
I'll be honest, I'm pretty sure Jesus, but
Jesus would actually probably win, but not against Captain Levi.
but yeah,
Pretty sure
Captain Levi.
Jesus.
Captain Levi would fuck
He's-
up Jesus,
yeah, he's
bro.
pretty badass.
Don't even worry about it.
No, yeah, no, I'm serious, Dad. Like, I know you don't like the animation because it's not like perfect.
Well,
or
and
whatever.
I don't remember why we were going. I was even thinking about this, but then I thought, oh yeah, because we were watching a trailer for some other movie, and it's one that we had, A House in the Sky or something like that. It's one of those Ghibli films, and I was like, they said that this Avatar animation gets better the longer you get into it, so maybe I should give it a shot. But anyway, that's all. But
No, but and I don't want to necessarily judge the second part of a 5-part, saga and not being like not knowing everything, right?
look, okay, I get it, but I'm going to tell you right now, and this is I don't want to break this rule, but if when the next one comes out, if we're still doing this podcast, I'm going to pass on Avatar 3.
What?
The way of the
you
mountain
can't.
people.
You're not allowed to. You can't. That's not how it works.
Look, Eliza did it with this one. She was always coming up with something.
But she has a real excuse. She's literally having a kid.
She planned this thing
She's
this week.
no.
Yes, she did.
She they were like, this
She
was the only
planned this
plot available.
pregnancy. She
No.
planned this
She-
pregnancy to get
it's a-
out of this review
it's a
of
fix.
this movie.
It's a fix.
I bet you. Watch. We're gonna confirm with her.
You bet us watch. How are we gonna wager on that? And then 2, watch what? How would we view it? How would
She's
we
gonna say, "Oh yeah, no, I planned this pregnancy to get out of this particular podcast today."
No way.
Okay. Well, you
$2.2 million.
So Dad, let me get this straight. You don't like this movie
correct.
because the handcuffs?
the Foley on
No.
the handcuffs.
No.
The biology, biology of
No. I don't like the movie because they didn't give me a compelling enough story for me to care about the characters. That's why I don't like the movie. And it's a rehash of the first story. It's basically the first story over again.
You loved that first story. That's why you got that unobtainium tattoo.
Because in the first story, it was like, oh, hey, we need to send these guys back. In the second story, it's like, hey, I'm just protecting my family. That's literally all I'm doing. Is protecting my family.
What company was trying to destroy the planet the first time?
I don't know if
It's
it was
the
this
same company.
Evil Tech.
Yeah, Evil
Evil
Tech
Tech.
Incorporated.
Evil Tech Incorporated.
Who was the bad guy in the first movie?
Businessman. Evil business guy.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Who is the
Quarth?
bad guy? Who is the bad guy in this movie? Same guy.
A clone of Quarth.
Same character, right?
Evil
Basically,
business
same
dad.
character. Yeah.
Okay, that's
Who
like
was
that's
the
like the
hero
face
in
of
the
the bad guy.
Who was the hero in the first movie?
Sully.
Who was the hero in this movie? Same
Wait,
guy.
no, it was Kira who was who's the hero. Or
Sully?
Kitty? No,
That
Kitty
guy
was
that
the hero.
landed the plane and
Jake does nothing the entire time.
Yes, he does.
It's literally about the kids.
That's anyway. I didn't like the movie because I didn't care about the characters. Let me put it.
You don't
that way.
like any movie.
Yeah,
That's not true.
You just did. I feel like you came in not wanting to like it.
That's not true.
That's not true. I like some movies. I like all kinds of movies you guys suggest.
I will
just didn't
say,
like this one.
I do think you came into this movie not wanting to like it. And what's crazy
Hey.
is that you came
No.
into the first one wanting to like it and then did.
Let me give you this little tidbit for future freaking podcasts. If a movie is 3 fucking hours long, you need to say that right up front. Not when I'm pushing play and I push pause and it's
wait
like,
a minute.
oh wait,
10 o'clock.
there's still 2 hours and 50 minutes of this mug left.
Well, how about this? If you're gonna suggest a movie that's not 3 hours long but feels like 3 hours because of how long it is, that also must apply.
I think that's very fair.
Well, it's hard for me to tell how time shifts for you guys when you're watching movies, but I'm
So
pretty
just
sure that
a baseline. The Winslow boy felt like 1,000 suns setting.
I even tried to scroll through TikTok to like make the time pass even quicker.
Yeah.
And I scrolled through it. It felt like infinite videos. And I look
All
up
the
and I'm like,
TikToks
oh
in
my
slow motion.
no
God.
wonder you didn't like it because you didn't watch it. You were
I watched it.
We didn't notice all the vases being sold, so we didn't get the movie. Like
exactly. Anyway, I am going to give this one. Geez, I don't know.
Just say what your heart feels. You know.
2 handcuff sounds. I don't know. Just bad. I didn't like it.
2 generic handcuff sounds.
2 generic handcuff sounds from the sound library of MGM.
This was a solid 5.5 for me. Not the best, not the worst.
I give it a 7. 7 out of 10.
Okay.
Awesome whales. Awesome whales that are smarter than people.
With 4 eyes, which doesn't make any sense either. But
what?
Why not?
Literally, okay, yo, the one thing that makes sense like really well in Avatar is like the evolutionary tract. Everything has like 4 legs. Everything has like 4 eyes.
Yeah. And if you've learned anything from Armor Core,
got
4
so
legs.
mad.
Hey, look, he's right.
It's because you pick like the weirdest things to be upset about. What if I was like, yo, no boy is ever gonna be this boring?
I'm not upset about it. I'm just pointing things out.
No boy is ever gonna be this boring.
Anyway, all right. Well, I don't know about you guys. But
Oscar-winning film, by the way.
The what's an Oscar-winning film?
Avatar.
This just came out. How can it win an Oscar?
It came out last year, brother.
I thought it came out in 2023.
No, sir.
May look.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. Are your sources on this good?
Your sources on this
reliable? Wait a minute. Gotta add it. I had the tick. You're right. 2022. Save. Let's scroll the new ticker. 2022. James Cameron. 2022. James Cameron. Anyway, well, thanks for this suggestion.
Who's
We-
next?
Glad we finally got to it. I have no idea. I don't know who did the last. I'm pretty sure I'm still like Miller's Crossing. So
I think it might be Eliza.
yeah, well, guess what?
She gets skipped because she's
She
not
gets
here.
skipped.
We're watching Tiptoes too.
Mm.
Wait, didn't
tipping.
didn't we watch? Wait, the last movie we watched was the time travel love movie. No,
What is it?
Oh yeah. Wait,
Uh,
is it my turn? I think it might be my
I
turn.
think
Oh
it is.
God, let's hope so.
I'm checking.
Tiptoes too.
Tiptoes 2, the shortening.
Still tipping. The shortening.
It's not funny. It's not funny. Don't make any jokes.
That was a good one. Let me look.
Oh, wait a minute.
Okay, do the right thing. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
that was
and then
me.
About time.
And about time.
So it is Atticus. Yeah.
Okay, Couscous. All right, let us have it.
Well, I don't know. No, I wasn't
Before the
thinking
devil
about
knows
it.
you're dead.
From now on, I'll pick movies that you guys actually will enjoy.
No,
instead
but
of ones
actually,
that I think you should enjoy.
if I were you guys, while he's waiting, I'm gonna bring up the trailer for Side by Side.
A Keanu Reeves documentary.
Yeah.
Could I? Never mind. It's fine. We continue.
You can do whatever you want.
No. We're good. I have time. I just feel my bowels.
Oh, mine too, actually. I don't
Weird
know.
Poop.
Must be this movie.
Fucking.
Hey, do you guys drink apple cider vinegar?
Yeah.
Man, that's some good stuff.
No.
Okay.
I have a multivitamin
Uh-huh.
and water.
Okay, here's
A
the
lot
movie.
of
Here's
more.
the trailer. Watch.
Hammocks.
Are you done with film?
Don't hold me to it, Keanu, but I think I am.
We are going through a very significant and large transition in cinema. And the digital process democratizes the whole thing.
I think without digital video, I don't think I ever would have been making movies. Basically, in my head, I was like, you've got to be like a dude who knows how to operate machines to do this job.
I'm always looking for whatever is new to help just push the art form even further, to be able to make the things that you couldn't envision the day before.
There isn't yet a superior or even an equal imaging technology to film, but we're being forced into transition.
You can't shoot 3D on film. So film has been dead in my heart for 10 years.
I hate 3D. I put on those glasses, I get sick to my stomach. The whole 3D phenomenon, it's a marketing scheme, isn't it?
I really felt I should call film on the phone and say I've met someone. Because I really thought, okay, this is the future.
The issue is it's different. How is it different, and how do you use it to tell a story? It's up to the filmmaker.
Okay, that looks like a documentary about movies.
It is. And it's actually have you seen the movie with Tom Cruise and
Yes.
and
Minority Report.
No, not
Yeah.
that one. No.
Top
Wait,
Gun.
Hang on. While we're talking about Minority Report, if the guy who set up his fucking eye surgery knew that he wasn't going to be able to see, why would he put a rotten fucking sandwich in the refrigerator? Why would you do that?
To fuck with him.
I hate that. I hate that so much. It's my least favorite scene in any movie. You guys can hold me to that. My least favorite scene.
What about
And
the
I've seen a Serbian film.
What? Oh.
Yeah.
I have only heard about the Serbian film, so
Don't watch it, dude. It's fucked.
I would
man.
never. I would never.
Like,
I heard about it, and I was like, I don't need to experience that.
I didn't know what I was getting into, dude, and like I was like hanging out with like a bunch of fucking goth chicks, and they were just like, "Let's watch this movie." It's fucked up, man. And I was just like, "Hey, look, like,
sure, yeah,
I'm working through like an
I'm on your
Elvira thing
page.
here with all y'all, so like I'll watch whatever." And then I did, and then I was just like I was threw up, man. Like literally, like,
Man.
seriously, like it was fucked up.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, Tom
all
Cruise
right.
movie with
Tom
who?
Cruise
Oh,
movie.
Tom Cruise movie with Jamie Foxx, Collateral. That's one of the movies where that was a film digitally. It's one of the early ones where it was like done like a movie that shot on film, but most of the scenes were done digitally. And they said they did it because of how it made the night, because they were able to do things differently with light at night. And you would, I think, when we were talking about the Irishman and shadows and shading and all that, I think you'd appreciate it. You should watch it.
Yeah, I know, I'm into it. So the movie I want to watch. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Luke.
Oh, I was just gonna say, speaking of like mixing film techniques, normally films are filmed at like I think like 26 frames per second. Does that sound right? But this movie, the Avatar, it had scenes that were like 60 frames and some that were 24. And
Cool.
It was very noticeable in theaters, and it made it look really nice for those scenes.
Didn't you say that about that Spider-Man movie? That there were certain things about it that were done differently.
They put Miles Morales at a lower frame rate.
At a
right?
lower frame rate, yeah, because to make him seem like clunkier.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
They did a good job too.
Truman Show.
Yeah,
I fucking love this movie.
I've
This
never
movie
seen it.
actually.
The Truman Show.
Okay. Well,
It's
wait.
supposed to everyone tells me that I'll love this movie, and I've
I
never taken the time to
love
see
this-
it.
I
It was
love it.
between this movie and then wait, what? Sorry, here it was another movie. I don't know. It doesn't matter. That's the Truman Show one out.
I really do love this movie. The movie's really good.
It's supposed to be like the best.
It's really
The best.
The best.
the best.
The best of the best of the best, sir.
Sometimes I think I'm on the Truman Show.
The best of the best of the best.
This is a good scene.
I love that when he's pulling that tape because they're filling that paperwork out, and he's pulling that. And then all those army guys are looking at him. And then he's like, he says to one of them, "Hey, you want some of this, man?"
You want to get on this? Like, yeah.
Okay, sorry. That was.
This is so good, man. No, we should watch Men in Black instead.
We should.
Men in Black is
Hey,
really
man, I'm
good.
gonna tell you right now. Don't call me any Scooter, any Skippy, any this. All right, Junior. Calls him. Anyway, okay, here we go.
Comments are still headed.
What else is on?
Yeah, let's see what else is. Coming to you now from the largest studio ever constructed, it's The Truman Show!
Yeah!
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
What if?
No scripts, no cue cards.
Morning, Spencer. How's it going?
What if you were watched every moment of your life?
How many cameras you got there in that town?
5,000.
I believe Truman is the first child to have been legally adopted by a corporation.
That's correct.
Brilliant.
What if everyone you knew was pretending?
Hi, honey. Look what I got at the checkout. Dishwasher safe.
That's amazing.
What if your world was make-believe?
Cue the sun. While the world he inhabits is counted.
Cue the sun.
Not to talk to you.
That's how I look. Not your type. There's nothing fake about Truman himself.
What if you didn't know it? Until now.
A lot of strange things have been happening.
Stand by ring cam.
Is he looking at us?
Does he think he knows? I think I'm mixed up in something. Something big.
We accept the reality with which we're presented.
Everybody's pretending, Truman. Get out of here. Come and find me. Truman? Truman! Truman!
Anything happen?
No.
Mm-hmm.
You may find yourself in another part of the world.
Feels like the whole world revolves around me. Everybody seems to be in on it.
I'm going away for a while.
You may tell yourself,
This is not my beautiful wife. You may ask yourself, how did I get here?
I'm not in on it, Truman, because the last thing that I would ever do is lie to you. Fade up music. That's our hero shot. He's gone.
Okay? Yes! Want to do it again? No!
Find him.
Truman, where are you going? You can do it.
How do we stop him? Give me some lightning.
Is that the best you can do?
Cut transmission. I like your pen. I was wondering that myself.
Jim Carrey, The Truman Show. Watch what happens.
You're Truman!
I'm willing to give it another try. It's one of those movies where I think I wasn't in the right frame of mind to completely enjoy it, but I get it. So yeah, I like it. Let's do it.
I'm excited for this.
Let's do it. I'm into it, dude. I'm into it.
All right. Well, that ends this week's edition of Movie Club. Sans Eliza. So Sparky, I'm telling you, I think when Sparky gets here, Movie Club might be going away a little bit. Just
Be
saying.
on a hiatus, maybe.
Might be on a hiatus for like 18 years.
For like 18 years.
I do feel like it might be on a back burner, at least for a while.
On a back burner. we might have to do a revamp the movie club to three guys talking movies.
The format,
yeah.
Movie men.
Movie,
men.
I like that.
Movie men.
2 out of 3 ain't bad. Anyway, all right. Well, that's it for this one. We're going to end recording now.